So I know this seems a bit, I'm going to say like counterproductive after you just saw those two beautiful men, testosterone muscles, and they were trying to allow you to lose weight in winter. But now I just think that maybe you should add a bit on because, you know, a mother's love is so important. And what better way to surprise your mom this Mother's Day than with a delicious cake, which adds a good layer for winter. It's the perfect combination of sweet and tangy, just like our moms, you know, Mos. And Chef Clem is here to make sure that we know exactly how to do this mouth-watering Madeira cake with caramelized pears that'll melt mom's heart. Chef Clem, an honor and a pleasure once again, a sweet treat for a woman who has guided us, looked after us, dealt with so many different things, covered up things for us.
Testify.
Yeah, you know how moms are that way for us. So, a Madeira cake, let's start there.
Right.
I believe this is an English sponge cake using Madeira wine traditionally, but we're not going to use wine, right?
Okay. No, we're not going to. I was thinking about it maybe, but no, not at all. So what's great about this recipe is there's amazing versions in ways you can prepare this dish.
Okay.
You can either make the Madeira cake batter and then pour it over your caramelized pears and bake it like a pudding like that.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. But today what we're going to do is we're going to do the hack, the 15-minute hack, which is using the ready-made Madeira butter cake.
I've had that before. I'm very proud to announce.
It's delicious. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to get started.
Yes,
pears. Pears are in season. So it's like there's never been a better time to enjoy some pears. So I've got some brown sugar in the pan. That's just melting on its own. It's doing its thing. It's not a very high heat because sugar likes melting like at a low temperature, low-ish temperature. Too high burns bitter. You don't want that. So nice and low. You got your butter. And just again, I feel like I know
I've for you.
Please. I know I've said this before, but there's still some people out there that don't know about this. If you turn a Woolies block of butter upside down,
you get your
the grammage is there already, which makes that so easy. Because I do see people, chef interns that we still have joining us, who don't know about that.
What?
It's an absolute life hack. So cool. What we're gonna do is get some. You can see our butter's already like kind of soft. Oh, our butter's nice and soft. I'm not even gonna knead it. We're just gonna do like a nice little smear of butter. This sauce is delicious. It's basically a caramel, but it's delicious because the butter that's in there, playing with the butter that's in the Madeira bread, it's just butter on butter. And if you watched the show yesterday...
Butter and butter, yeah.
We had the team from Jared's and Ariel here, and they were talking about breakfast. One of the most important ingredients of breakfast is butter.
That's correct.
It's butter.
It's natural, it's lovely, and it's unctuous.
There we go.
And it wakes you up with deliciousness. That's what butter's all about.
I'm going to bring it back. Maybe I need some more butter.
Let's do more butter then. Why not?
So I'm going to ask you for a nice chunk of a slice.
A chunk?
Of your Madeira bread. Like, we're going to do an individual portion, but I want to do like a nice chunky piece. Let's get this guy on at the back.
I like that. Okay, let's go.
What I want to do is I want to melt some butter and then toast the Madeira bread. That wasn't part of the plan. But you know what? Let's just toast the Madeira.
Are we happy with that chunk?
You know what? Give me a chunkier chunk.
A chunkier chunk?
There we go. Okay, cool.
We're talking that's the chunk.
That's the chunk. This is going to start melting. Actually, I'm going to take some of this butter that's already started melting.
Oh my God. So it hasn't even completed its melting process. You just hit it.
There we go. Not even. I just need some of that melted butter.
Making another chunky one then.
This is going to start toasting. And then what I need to do... You see, it's too shy because it knows you bring the heat. Now it doesn't want to switch on. There we go, there we go.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Cool. Pears. I've peeled them. And all I want to do is I want to take out the core.
All right. Show me. There's another hack coming.
So you could use this guy, but it's dangerous, eh?
You have to be very careful with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've slipped before. I'm not going to tell you, but yeah, be careful.
It's dangerous, so just make sure if you are going to use that, you get a firm grip of the pear. Not too much downforce. Do a little bit of a wiggle. But I prefer using this method, which is just slicing out the core.
Well, that's actually quite cool, though, and it's easy. And it also looks... I feel like that looks a bit chefier, even though that's a gadget that looks like...
Yeah.
It looks nice on the plate. Given the fact that pears are in season, I heard such great advice the other day for saving money.
Talk to me.
Right? Buy your clothes out of season, buy your food and fruit in season.
Right.
That's how you can save money.
Okay.
So I thought I'd add that hack in as well because, Mom would love that.
Moms
couple of hacks.
Would love that.
They love hacks. They are fantastic in that way. All right, so now we're going to be caramelizing the pears.
Yes.
And this is where you can get cheesy with this whole recipe with your mom. You can say, Mom, you and I, we make an amazing pear. And that's why I made this for you.
Yes.
You understand?
When you said we can get cheesy with it, I immediately thought you can serve these caramelized pears with a giant wedge of blue cheese.
Wait, don't do that, because that's the thing. Or you could say, like, thank you for looking after me. Look, cake.
Cake.
works as well.
Yes.
So you can start building your card with this particular meal for Mother's Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, pears in. You don't want to overcook them. You don't want it to go too soft.
I love how dark it's going. That's
Yes.
the caramelization
This
I
is a caramelization.
appreciate.
You need that. But you don't want to overcook the pears that they become too soft in the center. You still want to have some body on it. So that's good. We'll give that a few more minutes. What you're going to end up with is this delicious, delicious pear caramel. I'm going to ask you to hold this. I'm going to check on my...
Okay, yeah, please do that.
There we go.
I'll just... There we go. So we are left with that.
Okay.
Look at that glistening.
The glistening, the glossening.
Oh, yes.
They're happening.
Right.
So you can see I've toasted the Madeira in that... Some of that brown sugar got on here as well, and that just looks amazing. Okay. We're going to add that there. I'm going to give you a Leopold.
Thank you.
There we go.
And what are you looking for from me here?
What I'm looking for is a nice distribution of pear and sauce.
Okay.
With a little bit of height on the pear on top of your Madeira bread.
All right, so you want me to just pear.
Wow.
So you want me to just layer that over there.
Your restaurants, okay, don't be like, that's 2,000 Rand right there. Boom!
That's so true.
That looks so beautiful.
That's it. So what I'm trying to do is you said you want height, so I'm going to make sure
a bit of height?
height is there. Okay.
I'm going to take some lemon, because lemon and caramel cuts to that richness beautifully.
Yeah.
A little bit of that citrus zest on there.
Okay, beautiful.
So it's all the flavors coming through.
Then a flurry.
A flurry.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to make a little nest on the side.
All right, make a nest.
Some vanilla bean ice cream. Okay, where we go, where we go.
You just, drop my height a bit, and you can put the ice cream on top. This is a team effort. Look at that.
You got your caramel sauce, caramel crunch.
All right.
And it says it on the bottle. It adds a bit of a caramel crunch to it. It sits on the ice cream, and it goes firm.
Oh, my word.
So you get that crunch. And you know, dessert's all about texture. What's smoking, what's burning. It's just me. This is for the ambience. Just like... There we go.
You see, even the mistakes are part of the recipe. Don't worry.
Part of the recipe.
That's what moms have taught us, you know?
Yes.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes, my boy, because they are part of the recipe of life's success.
There we go.
Look at that.
Exactly. What do you think about that?
I think this is absolute. It's perfect to be fair. You've given crunch. You've given taste. You've given the bitterness. You've given latent sweetness. You've got everything you need. You've given health in pears. They've been telling us to eat fruit for years. Now we're giving it back to them.
Yes. Look
Come
at that.
on.
Yes.
Oh,
if you want, you can even toast another slice, do like a take on a ice cream sandwich, because that would be very fancy.
I am ready for the Chef Clem. Thank you so much. This is gorgeous. In fact, while I tell you that you can celebrate the moments that matter with Mom this Mother's Day, find this particular recipe on woolworths.co.za and shop all the ingredients in-store, online, and on Woolies Dash. That's not all. One lucky viewer stands the chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages and tell us what special dessert will you be making for Mother's Day. Don't forget to add the hashtag Woolies Mother's Day. Competition closes at midnight Friday, 12 May. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Do enjoy. Try this at home.